Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Seahawks and the Chargers, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405, one of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week 1. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams and ultimately those Super Bowl runs all get their starts.
He's to midfield. And they will finally track him down, not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Well, I think we both knew, Mike, coming into the game that special teams would play a big role, but I don't think either of us expected it to play itself out on the opening play of the game. I mean, what a return. That would have been something. He takes that all the way. What a start.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the former Raven, it's Gus Edwards. Room to run right away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, L.A.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
On first down, Herbert. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That is caught. What a throw. Hayden Hurst. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is taken in at the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. They're going to be back up now to start this drive. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. I At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
Play action now. It's Gino. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Chargers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, it's Herbert. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Here's Herbert. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
He's to the 10. The speed on display. He's in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, L.A.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give to Walker, running right. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So after 1, 14-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. Here's Howell. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. It's 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's J.K. Dobbins. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown Chargers. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Point after now from Dicker. It's up and good. And the Chargers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Junior Colson there to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Howe. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now it's Howe. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket. When the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's Michael Dixon now as he is on to kick it for Seattle. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Chargers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Here's Stick to throw. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And he will score. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one fielded at the 15. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Charbonnet. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now the return. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach, Jonathan, all yours.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Mike Tirico. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's going to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Now, faking the give. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This brought in out past the 20. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Stick. He'll get that complete to Donald Parham. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's Stick. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing, Stick. Taking off, he'll try to get. He is in. Touchdown, LA. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
To throw is Stick. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Into the hands of his tight end, Barner. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down. A give to Charbonnet. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Look wide, get this one complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. With that, we'll take a look at the draft class from back in April. These guys decided to build up that offensive line. You see they're using a first-round pick. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener, and look to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling. Johnston motioning over. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Stick. They go sideline, and he stays inbounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Talk about a thing of of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside, defense.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Stick to throw. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And he will score. Touchdown Chargers. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Dicker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chargers add on to their already sizable lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll throw with Howell. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Johnston, touchdown Los Angeles. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers stretch things out even further. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one fielded at the 15. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This one taken in by Chenault. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Howell. They'll set up the screen to Charbonnet. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Howell. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Back to throw. Howell. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Here comes a return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee, one more time. And that should just about do it. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.